I heard it, and the back door flew open, and I told my husband, run.
Tonight, communities across the Houston area are dealing with the aftermath of severe weather. This morning's storms killed one person, injured several others, and damaged multiple structures, including homes. Good evening to you. I'm Cheryl Mercedes. Tonight, dozens of residents are assessing damage after yet another round of dangerous weather. Today's storms produced at least 5 tornadoes. One person in Brazoria County was killed. 4 others there were hurt. There are also reports of injuries in Montgomery County. Meanwhile, across the area, homes and other structures, including a fire station, were damaged. We have live team coverage for you from the hardest hit areas this evening, beginning with Orko Manna, who is live in Alvin. Good evening, Orko.
Well, Cheryl, the strong storms caused a lot of damage out here. This fifth-wheel trailer behind me is now a mangled mess of wood, metal, and wires, and a lot of homes were also damaged. Residents we spoke to say they never expected this to happen. A tornado ripped through Brazoria County Saturday afternoon. The strong storm killing 1 adult and injuring 4 others. A path of destruction now left in its wake.
Still in shock. And you start trying to just let it sink in.
Anna Peterson and her family cleaning up this mess off Highway 35 in Alvin. Her fifth-wheel trailer stripped down to its base after the intense winds yanked it from the concrete and tossed it onto the property next door.
I heard it, and the back door flew open, and I told my husband, run, and we hid in the closet with our puppies, and about 2 or 3 minutes later, it was over. And then we opened the front door to see, and it was all gone.
Now, with pieces of the trailer and the furniture inside strewn across the lawn,
we're trying to clean up our mess as much as we can.
In this neighborhood near Main Street, the roof of this home got ripped off, the strong gusts carrying it all the way down the road.
It's very strange how it landed exactly where it did.
Neighbor Jason Mass says luckily the homeowners are out of town, but it was scary this kind of destruction happened feet away from him.
We just started seeing the wind and the trees and everything, and all within 30 seconds, we're like, okay, it's time to duck for cover.
On Mustang Road, even more homes are damaged. Broken bricks line the walls at Walt Disney Elementary School.
I've never seen this much damage.
And at this daycare center, they're dealing with broken windows and parts of the roof hanging from trees.
We really have poured our heart and soul into this center for many years, so it's really hard to see it getting damaged.
The Brazoria County Sheriff's Office says there were multiple touchdown points.
I would estimate we've got damage to at least 10 homes, if not more. Again, we'll still have to assess and fully compile a list of damage, but it was pretty significant.
Manville Mayor Dan Davis coming to neighboring Alvin to lend a helping hand.
We all step out to help each other. So my son and I have been out here surveying the damage and finding ways to utilize the resources and the network that we have to help those in need. In Brazoria County, we all band together to help each other out in times of need, and especially when disasters strike.
The Brazoria County Sheriff's Office says the 4 people hurt are all expected to be okay. As far as next steps go, it's all about clearing debris like this and helping those whose homes were damaged. Reporting live from Alvin tonight, Orko Manna, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, those storms packed a punch there. The damage just devastating. Orko Manna, thank you. In Montgomery County, several homeowners are still without power. Several large trees fell and some structures, including homes, were severely damaged. County Judge Mark KHOU says it is highly likely a tornado touchdown in the Porter area. Our Troy Class joins us live from a neighborhood in Porter Heights this evening. Troy, how are things there?
Well, Cheryl, this neighborhood is still in the dark right now due to a downed power line connecting these homes. And you can see one home behind me just looks like it was demolished, practically falling to the ground. But many neighbors that we spoke with here say that they feel lucky that no one was hurt. Minutes after being warned, the weather in this quiet Montgomery County neighborhood became dangerous.
It went from bad to worse. That was crazy. That was crazy. Well, you see, there was a 2-story house right there, and it's no longer there.
Bill Eustace says the strong winds were to blame for damage to his home.
The first wrench hit that ceiling in there, It started raining in there. Then the second one wasn't a branch, it was the tree.
The strong winds were widespread, also pushing over a metal shed nearby. Across FM 1314, what appears to be a sheet metal storage building suffering significant damage.
The wind, it started at the front and it started knocking them over like a domino.
After getting knocked down, neighbors spent the day cleaning up. Cleanup crews already cutting up the large trees that fell. One woman telling us she heard a loud roar as her family ran for cover from a possible tornado. Montgomery County officials saying they have resources available to help impacted residents. Eustis unsure where to start after such widespread damage.
There's a big mess back there in the house, but it's all fixable.
And again, tonight, no one was hurt, and the person that owns this house, we're told, was not home at the time that those strong winds came through. Now, the Montgomery County judge said earlier today that there are no fatalities to report right now. Reporting live in Porter Heights, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, Troy. There was also extensive damage in other parts of Montgomery County. Stephen Goen is live at a fire station in Conroe. And Stephen, was there any impact there?
Cheryl, that's right. Lots of parts of Montgomery County hit really hard. Even this firehouse behind me, like you mentioned, it was not spared. People I've been speaking to, they are telling me that they're just stunned right now. A lot of lives completely changed by this. The aftermath, almost unbelievable. Trees snapped and thrown around, cars smashed and flipped over. At this home and so many others, just a wide open space and blue tarp where walls used to be.
My son called me and said, hey, there's tornado warning in your area.
Clinton Rawls says just a minute after he got that call, everything changed.
Right when the wind started picking up, I said, okay, we all need to get underneath the porch. Before I could get the word porch out of my mouth, we were all on the ground. And it just went, I've never seen wind like that before.
When it was all over, this is what he saw. Rawls says he lived in this community for nearly 25 years. Now, so much of it is gone.
It was a direct hit, no doubt. I mean, you can look and see it was a direct hit.
Close by, a row of RVs and mobile homes completely destroyed. This house in pieces, as if it had a bomb dropped on it.
I ran and got under a pew and just sort of waited for the storm to pass over.
Pastor Joshua Cathy says he was inside his church along FM 1485 when the severe weather hit and left a hole in the roof of his building.
I just thought it was going to be a few limbs, and then you see houses destroyed and camper trailers tipped over and fences down. I was blown away.
This local firehouse also sustained some damage, a piece of the metal roof laying in shambles on the ground. People here now assessing the damage to their homes, lives, and businesses, with the cleanup still to come. Now, we have seen some organizations responding already. The American Red Cross tells us they are here. We've also seen the Southeast Texas Regional Advisory Council. They are set up right behind me at this firehouse. They are also helping to respond. Clearly, a lot of help is needed here to get people back on their feet. We're live in Conroe. Stephen Goen, KHOU 11 News.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely looking for those resources, if not tonight, tomorrow at sunrise. Thank you so much, Stephen. As he mentioned there, Montgomery County leaders and the Red Cross have opened up a shelter to help residents who are displaced by these storms. It's located at the East Montgomery County Community Development Center in Splendora. That address is 16401 First Street. Pets are welcome, but you will need to bring supplies for them. Meanwhile, it's all quiet tonight after those dangerous storms, and tomorrow, well, is looking great. Let's turn things now to meteorologist Pat Kavlin with the good news. Pat, we are looking forward to this.
Yeah, the storms that we had earlier were just unbelievable, and it really came within a span of about a few hours from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. This is the radar loop. You can see those first few tornado warnings, first in the Katy area, then going up towards Porter Heights, and then that second line here down towards the coast from Alvin going across Galveston County and then eventually into Chambers County. That's all gone now, but the reports were unbelievable. We'll start first in Katy. You can see this is where we had some tornado damage in a mobile home park, also some brick homes damage, but really it was Porter Heights that got the worst of it, as we just saw in some of these reports. Everything from a fire station being damaged to mobile homes totally destroyed in this area. Amazingly, though, no significant injuries up here. Not the same story, though, with one fatality in the Liverpool area as this tornado moved through the Hillcrest neighborhood with multiple homes destroyed there, where it continued then across Galveston Bay and then into Chambers County, where it flipped a car over and then continued moving east towards Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Louisiana. And that's where everything stands now. We are quiet out there. If you've been outside lately, it's brisk temperatures now in the 50s. There's our cold front now racing into Alabama, with thunderstorms now extending all the way into the Gulf of Mexico. But severe thunderstorm warnings there in the yellow boxes, and that red box indicating a tornado warning just to the west of the Birmingham area.